Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to set up, complete, and share your Google Doc for this week's spelling assignment. So let's get started. I've already got the assignment open. I've already got the video taken care of, so I listened to the spelling words. Here are the directions for what we're doing with this activity. We're going to be doing two things. We're sorting the words by their endings, and we're also telling how many syllables each word has. So when we get into the Google Doc, I will explain that a little bit more. I'm going to keep scrolling down on this page until I get to the link that says, click here to sort your words. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to take you to Google Docs. What you're going to do when the page loads is open up a new blank Google Doc for this assignment. So I'm going to click on the plus sign where the word blank is underneath. We've got to give this a title first. That way, when you send it to me, I know what it is I'm looking at right away. So I'm going to put my name. You'll put your name. And then you'll put 9.11 spelling. Okay. After that, I'm going to click inside of the Google Doc because I'm ready to copy and paste the spelling words over into the doc. That way, I won't have to keep going back and forth when it's time to sort each individual word. So I'm going to click back over to the initial tab I was in for Schoology, and I'm just going to take my mouse and drag my clicker all the way down until I've got all of the words highlighted. It's kind of tricky sometimes. So when it's time to copy paste, there are several different ways that you can do this depending on the device that you have. So I'm using a Mac right now. I'm going to use the shortcut, the Command button, and the C button. Press those at the same time, and that will get all of my words copied. If you're using a non-Mac device, you can press the Control button and the C button at the same time, and it'll do the same thing. That's the shortcut for copying something. If you're using a Chromebook and you want to use your mouse to copy, you've got to make sure that you hold down two fingers over what you want copied, and then you'll see that menu that says you can copy. If I wanted to do this the non-shortcut way, I would right-click with one finger on what is highlighted, and then I would left-click on the word copy. All right, so now you've got your words copied. You can move back to your Google Doc and paste. So I'm going to do the shortcut for the Mac, and that is Command and V. Press those down at the same time, and look what happens. If you're not on a Mac, you can do Control and V at the same time, and the same thing will happen. If you want to use your mouse to paste, that's fine too. You can just right-click if you're using something that's not a Chromebook. So I'm going to right-click. Oops, it looks like there's a connecting issue. Let's see. All right, it looks like we're back. Okay, so let's keep going. So if you didn't want to use the shortcut copy paste, you can do a right click if you're not using a Chromebook, and then left click on paste. It looks like we're still having connective issues. Let's see. Maybe I'll just turn on the offline access and we'll see what happens. Okay, it looks like we're back up. So let's keep going. If you're on a Chromebook and you want to paste using just your mouse pad, use two fingers and hold down on the doc until you see the menu show up where you can click paste. Okay? All right, so now we've got our words pasted into our doc. We're ready to make the table so that we can sort these words. So the next step is to click where it says Insert in your menu options at the top of Google Docs and click on Table. So once you see Table, you're going to kind of bring your mouse over to the right a little bit to where the grid boxes are. So what you want to do is highlight 8 boxes. So take a look at what I'm doing. I'm going to do 4 columns or 4 boxes across, and I'm going to do 2 boxes down. Excuse me, I got my rows and columns mixed up. So I'm doing 2 rows, 4 columns. Notice that my mouse is sitting on the box that's at the bottom right. Now that I'm ready to put my 4x2 box into the Google Doc, I'm going to make sure I click right where that last box is at the bottom and to the right. And let's see what happens. Okay, so now we've got our columns and our rows ready to start our sorting. Now, if you don't remember how to sort or what to sort your words as, that's okay. You can use this video or you can go back to the directions. So we're using the endings AL, EL, LE, and other as our categories for sorting. Okay, so when it's time to start sorting your words, you can just go one by one and start from the beginning. So let's take the word retitle, for example. I'm looking at the word retitle. I see it's got the ending LE. So I'm going to take the word retitle and put it in the column that has the hyphen LE. So let me type that in. Okay, I'm not finished with the word retitle though. There's one other thing I need to do with it. I need to tell how many syllables there are in the word retitle. So when we're figuring out how many syllables there are, what we're doing is counting the number of mouthfuls or beats or claps that it takes to complete the word. So when I say retitle, I have to clap my hand 3 times. That's 3 beats, that's 3 mouthfuls to complete that word. So what I'm going to do next to the word retitle is put a comma, press the space bar, and then put the number 3 to tell how many syllables that word has. Now let's move to the next word. The word is towel. That word is going to go in the category EL. So I'm going to type towel into this category. And I'm not finished with the word yet. I have to figure out how many syllables or beats it's got. So when I say towel, I have to clap my hand twice. I have to make 2 mouthfuls to say the full word. Okay, that's 2 beats. So I'm going to put a comma after towel, space, and a number 2 to tell how many syllables there are. Now remember, if your words don't fit into any of the first 3 categories, they're going to go in the other category. Don't forget to include the number of syllables for each word. So once you've finished all 28 words, then you're ready to share your document with me. What you're going to do next is click on the blue share button. I'm circling it. It's at the top right of your Google Doc page, and then you're going to type in my email address or the start of it. So I usually tell people to just type in ALR and then wait for my name to pop up and just click it into the box. If my name doesn't show up that way, it's because you're not using your Google account. You can just type in my full address, which is alrobinson at upperdarbysd.org. Okay, either way, you'll find me, you'll see that bear icon, and that's how you know that that's me. Once you've got my address in that send box, you're ready to press the blue send button. All right, so then I'll get an email notification, I'll check over your work, and I'll give you feedback on that work. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later.